Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video. This time around, we're playing that GIRATINA team that everyone seems to be trying out. Now, we faced this team a couple of days ago, and also I just learned that Aaron did also feature this team on his channel, so we might have a little bit of a hard time finding battles, simply because... not finding battles, but getting wins, because once a team gets featured on Aaron's channel, everyone knows the sets. But super huge thanks to Koutaro, who is the original creator of this team. Did get top 42 in the February IC, so it did something, got top 50. That's really great. I will leave a link to all of his stuff down below in the description. Now, this is super interesting because every Pokemon here is in his Sui, and I guess that's kind of the theme that they were going for. The GIRATINA origin, not the greatest restricted in the world, but I'm curious to see what it can do in this current format. Also have triple genies, which is pretty cool, and the Bronzong for speed control. So let's see where this goes. Who knows? Anyway, if you guys are enjoying VGC, want to see more VGC here on the channel, you know what to do. Hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. Also grab the Intimidate Sports merch, which is out on Pokésports.org right now. Let's go on to these battles. First game of the day against another less seen dragon. We have the Rayquaza team, but honestly, even though that is less seen, it is solid, right? It's going to be very difficult to break through that core, especially with the Grass Water Fire, with the Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Suicune. Oof. We're going to be put in a situation where our Thundurus isn't going to be able to do much, simply because the Raichu has redirection for that. Maybe this could be a Trick Room option for us, or just a simple Tailwind option, right? I kind of feel comfortable doing this. Bringing GIRATINA, bringing the Tornadus. Then we'll just sit with our Dialga and our Landorus in the back. That should be theoretically fine. I say theoretically. But we'll see. Thankfully, our team isn't reliant on weather, right? If our team was reliant on weather, we'd be having a bigger issue with this Rayquaza. Since weather's not an option, like, who cares? Rayquaza is just another 80 base speed dragon. Thankfully, they have no form of speed control except for Tailwind on a Suicune. And hey, if that's the case, that's the case, right? We can't really deal with it. What's interesting about this Torn, though, is that this Torn is carrying Icy Wind, Leer, Tailwind as its moveset. So we don't actually have Hurricane. I don't know how much I'm going to like that, but hey, the Leer is pretty nice, especially considering the fact that GIRATINA has 3 physical moves. Instant Rillaboom, not great. The Intimidate's not gonna help my GIRATINA at all, and the Instant isn't also gonna help my GIRATINA either, you know. Do I do the switches though? Part of me is considering switching out. And then going into my Dialga? Or I could just go in with my own Lando. Get the Intimidate right on back. I think ideally I do want to do that. And I'll go and start with the Protect here, just to stop myself from any imminent fake outs, right? I'm assuming the fake out's going to come on the Tornadus from one of these two Pokemon, because they both carry fake out, and my other Pokemon's a ghost type, so. Let's pull out my GIRATINA here. Try to put ourselves in a more favorable position. Get the Intimidate off on their 2 physical attackers as well. The issue here is my Earthquake's not going to be doing a lot of damage. Are you White Herb? Whoa, that's different. A very defensive turn from us, but we're just trying to get ourselves into a more favorable place. White Herb is weird, but hey. White Herb, that's extra weird. Why are they that confident? I'm gonna airstream you. That's all that's happening. Is an airstream on Rilla, followed by... I guess I should Icy Wind here for some more Rilla damage. I could also Leer here, since I'm already faster anyway. And I could also Tailwind. I have options, but I'm already faster. So I think Leer is gonna be my play. I think Leer is the play. Let's try it out, man. Let's give it a shot. Leer's not going to work on the Instant, but I'm only trying to target the Rillaboom here. If they have Swords Dance, they also have Protect, right? They switch into the Rayquaza, probably predicting a max Quake going into that instant spot. That's not what I'm concerned with right now. They can intimidate me all they want as long as I can lower their defenses. And here, actually, I'm going to get the defense drop on the Ray, too. All right, Landorus. I know I'm kind of wasting your choice band here, but at the same time, there's a grassy terrain, so... They Dynamax their Rilla. Interesting. That's their max option, so they're not going to max that Ray. I'm wondering how much the Leer is going to help me here. This is a +1 Rilla. We have to keep that in mind. This brings you down to a -1. Considering you having Swords Dance, you could be building a tankier set to try to make sure that the Swords Dance is compensating. Koutaro, I love Leer. Leer is great. Oh, that's hilarious. Goodbye. Well, Dynamax gone. Will we see the forfeit? That's gotta feel real bad. That's gotta feel really bad. Back at Instant they go, I'm assuming. But at this point... Into Zacian they go. Okay, I see you, big dog. I see you. There's good news here. The good news is that I can just Quake the Zacian spot. I'm not sure if Icy Wind is enough, even though Icy Wind would be really nice against the Rayquaza. I think I got a Tailwind. Oh, but Icy Wind would be really good against Rayquaza. But we're just going to Tailwind here. We haven't Tailwinded yet. It seems like just about time that we do. They're going to protect the Zacian. That's fine. That does give us the option of, you know, just attacking it next turn and then going for Icy Wind just to get some damage off on the Ray. Let's see some big damage, baby. Good enough, I guess. Through Protect, I can't ask for too much. Now, I'm surprised they haven't switched in the instant to lower my attack yet. Ooh, Blizzard. Someone's gonna avoid. Oh, the big lion avoids. That's big. My opponent is having such a bad game. Oh, and it's not even their fault. They're just getting hacked out. Anyway. Let's not worry about my opponent's problems. We have our own to worry about. Let's just go for the Icy Wind here. And go for the Max Quake again. Into that Zacian spot. Even if they switch their Instant, Instant's going to take a Max Quake, right? That's still not something Instant wants to take. And hey, maybe I would have lived the Blizzard. You never know. Because I do have defense, special defense +1. Here's an Icy Wind. Serious damage onto Ray. Obviously, it's not gonna do too much. Gotta take what you can get. Lower the Zacian speed just a little bit more. Followed by the Max Quake here. I think we know where their Zacian's going. Yep, good night. Man, speed control is so important. And this Torn set's going hard. Who even needs Hurricane? You don't even need it. There's no Kyogre, there's no need for Hurricane. Okay, they do connect with the Blizzard. But like I said, I didn't even get brought down to half. Granted, I was at +2, but I think a +1 I still would have lived. Which is wild to consider. And we're going to go back in here with Giratina, even though we shouldn't have. And we should have gone in with Dialga because they're about to switch in the Incineroar. But oh well. We already made the mistake, so we play it out. I don't want to sound like too cocky, but I also think that the decision doesn't matter. I think this Giratina set does have Levitate. Yes, it does. Okay, so we can just go for the EQ. And we can go for... We got no dragon moves, so I guess we just go for a Poltergeist on the Ray. You got triple ghost moves. Which, hey, is very good into... They do go for the Fake Out there. Makes sense. They're probably going to try to keep Blizzard spamming me. They do have, like, a severe... Oh, they have AV. Wow. I do have a severe ice weakness on this team, and I realize it. With 4 of my Mons being weak to ice. But hey, thankfully we were able to knock out the Ray. Don't have to worry about that. And I don't think an instant can take a Dialga on by itself. So even through the Intimidate, we're going to end the game with the Poltergeist. We got to use it. We got to use Giratina. Battle was canceled. That'll be a GG for my opponent. Ever since we got rid of the Rillaboom, it was just downhill. That's super unfortunate, but Leer OP. Anyway, on to the next one. Yveltal Zacian. I hate that combination, especially for the team that I'm running here. My team really doesn't appreciate that combination, but... and the instant too, that's a little rough. But I think with a Thundurus and a Landorus lead, maybe going triple Genies here could be pretty good. Yeah, triple Genies and Dialga. We don't need the Giratina, especially not into Yveltal. Giratina into Yveltal is just the bad news, right? There's nothing that Giratina can really do in this matchup. There's nothing super weak to Ghost. And all I have is Ghost moves. And along with that, they also do have Fairy moves and Dark moves. The Giratina would just lose in every situation here. But I think with Landorus lead and with Thundurus lead, it pressures their Intimidate. And then if they lead with the Rilla, I could try to cheese them by Dynamaxing the Landorus instead of the Thundurus, and then getting a cheap KO that way. That'd be a nice, easy, free best of one cheese there. So we'll see if we can actually land that. Oh, my trainer has a good trainer. My opponent has a good trainer card. I don't know why I was expecting them not to. What is your lead, my friend? Blastoise and Zacian. It's not what you would expect every day. It's also not what I like to see every day. We do get the Intimidate off, which is kind of nice. Not going to complain. Hear me out. I'm not going to Dynamax either one. Should I, though? Maybe I should, to be honest. I think I should pull the trigger here on the Max Lightning. Then EQ. We'll do that. Choice Bandit EQ should do a lot of damage here. Of course, Zacian's going to swap here. They have no reason to stay on the field, but hey, it's fine. My goal here is to do as much damage to Blastoise as I can. And they decide to send in another Electro Weakness. We're actually going to outspeed here, which is kind of a big deal. Because if they do Dynamax this Blastoise, which typically is the option for them, that means that we're faster. That means we will connect with probably both of our moves before the Blastoise is able to attack here. Blastoise could have also gone for Fake Out this first turn, but I don't think they really want to do that. Yeah, they want to Dynamax. Now, if they're Walking Berry, this could be an issue. For sure. Without a doubt, 100%. Could be awful, in fact. Now, I know I've said this before, but I love Blastoise's Gigantamax design. I have no idea why. It's so cool. Yep, there's the Walking Berry. Shocker! No pun intended. Oh, Blastoise eats that like a champion. I'm probably losing a Landorus here. But hey, at least I get a Choice Bandit EQ off before it goes down. Nice. Unfortunately, it wasn't on a Zacian, but we take what we can get. That's still great damage there. Max Cannonade will connect, will obliterate me. And that's bye-bye Lando. What are my options now? I have more Genies to bring in. That is true. I also have my Dialga to bring in. I think Dialga would be theoretically better in my opinion. I try to take this turn to just eliminate Blastoise from the game for now. Honestly, would I just Airstream it instead at that health? Probably not likely. But if I Airstream and an Ice Beam, that might be enough. That seems risky, though. Now, let's just go for the Lightning. If we have to Airstream, we'll do it next turn. And then here, we'll fire off an Ice Beam into the Yveltal. Very obvious play that we're making, but that's fine, I guess. Airstream would have resulted in the same thing. I could have doubled into that Yveltal, which would have been great for us, though. They go for the Dark Pulse. We should be able to take one. Hopefully we don't get flinched. That did so much damage. Hello, Life Orb. Yikes. Well, we have a Life Orb of our own. Hopefully can do same perfect. That's what I want to see. Awesome. Did the same thing. We're still in not a great situation, though. Kind of feel like we wasted our Dynamax so far. Especially since they still do have the Zacian in the back, so we should be concerned. Especially since the last mon I have doesn't do damage. Like, I'm really relying on my Thundurus to win the game for me, and the Zacian's not going to allow me to do that. They're hesitating because their last is Incin or Zacian. They have to make a decision right now. Do they give me +2 or not? No matter what this turn, I have to Airstream, though. Yeah, they go in for the Zacian. Alright. Do I have to Airstream, though? Because I have Tailwind next turn. Yeah, I think I just go for the Blastoise here. And then Earth Power Zacian. I'm going to allow my Dialga to go down, I think. That might be the better option than bringing my late game Tailwind. Oh, I guess Dialga isn't going down yet. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Because I do kind of need Dialga to go down to get the free Tailwind up. That's actually bad that it protected. Well, I wonder why it even bothered protecting. Is it that worried? Oh, it will. Thank goodness. It's going to go down. Oh, that was almost bad. I needed that Dialga to go down. Dialga, I'm sorry, but you were not going to do anything to Zacian. At least here I have speed control, right? I have Tailwind. I have Leer. I have all that good stuff. They have a Lecky. Yeah, I need Tailwind. Ew, Lecky though, man. I don't like a Lecky. Man, I think I lost this. Yeah, unless a miracle happens, I think I lose this. Maybe I could have flied to try to stall a turn in there, but it's not looking good for Kevin. So my only option here is to Tailwind. And that is not doing damage. Not doing anything near enough damage. I don't have the right Pokemon to deal with this Zacian. Yikes. I only have Icy Wind now. But I don't even think I'll make it that far. My Sash is going to hold me here. It's going to hold me hostage for this battle. That'll be a GG to my opponent. They played that well. They preserved the Zacian when they should have. They kept it for as long as they needed it, and they brought it in at the end. Oh, I won't even get the opportunity. And also, that was a great switch by them first turn to make sure that their Blastoise is able to take the front of the damage. Also, Walkenberry saved the Blastoise. You know what? GG. Okay, we know what this team is. Or actually, no, this is different than the team that we ran, I believe. To be honest, I don't quite remember, but I do remember there being an Alecki on that team, unless I could be wrong. Anyway, Barraskewda, we know what Barraskewda does. We're aware of what it is. They got no Tailwind control on that team, though. Hello. Yeah, so we just go ahead and bring it, huh? This is a I don't want to say this is going to be a fairly easy game, but we have what we need to win, I think. If we just bring double genies, maybe. Could be nice. We have to be a little bit worrisome because they do have the Raichu. Maybe if we do Genie and Dialga. Late game Landorus could be pretty solid for us. We just have to make sure we get rid of the Barraskewda as soon as possible. Then honestly, let's bring the Giratina. Honestly, though. Should we lead Giratina? No. We don't lead Giratina. We bring Giratina. Giratina will be our late game sweeper if it comes to that. It does have priority moves, right? So it could actually... My man is floating. All right, Ruru. Nice kicks. All right, never seen this lead before. Keep in mind we have Tailwind option as well. We're never gonna outspeed them, but hey, it's a good option to have. Honestly, I'm gonna protect turn 1, and then Dynamax, Max, Wormwind. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to protect turn 1 just to avoid any water spout shenanigans. I just need the key to Barraskewda is just eliminate the Barraskewda as soon as possible. The second you get the chance, eliminate it. Get rid of it. Don't like it. Hate it, actually. And when I use Barraskewda here on the channel, I had such a hard time getting a good battle with it. Hopefully my opponent suffers the same fate I did. Barraskewda is a pretty cool Dynamax, though, not gonna lie. I like its head. Big square head. And we should be able to get the KO here because Barraskewda's stats are like absolutely horrendous. We could see a sash there though. If it's anything like the Barraskewda team that I use on the channel, it's going to be Life Orb though. Because I feel like Barraskewda does need the Life Orb in order to actually do decent damage. We'll see how this turn plays out. We're going to protect here. Because the Tailwind would have made no difference. They're going to Darkness us. I don't think the water spell KOs me still though, because it's still resisted. So what they did essentially was just remove that resistance, so it's going to be neutral, and they are Life Orb, thank goodness. Yeah, we eat that up, nice. Not great, but we do at least not instantly die, which is nice. And that's bye-bye to their Dynamax. Cool. So we traded half of my Dialga's health for Dynamax, and we never even burnt Tailwind there. So we essentially got Tailwind for an extra turn. Alright, Barraskewda. Max Darkness was a little scary, not gonna lie. Now the Ogre is probably Scarfed, if I had to guess. In comes Thundurus. Thundurus can't Dynamax, though. I'm gonna Tailwind. Thundurus is probably a support Thundurus here, right? I kind of want to make a gamble and go for the Max Wormwind onto the Ogre, assuming this Thundurus is a support Thundurus and they're not going to be Defiant. Wish me luck. I hope that's the case. I'm making a prediction here. Just based on the team composition and nothing. Yep, okay. Nice avoid. Hey, I'll take it. Oh, never mind. We still don't outspeed. So that's definitely Scarfed Ogre. Well, anyway, here's a Wormwind. Good. Dialga tearing it up, baby. Don't even care. I mean, granted, that Thunder Wave could have mattered, but it was faster than us anyway. So, wow. Shocking. Dialga's dumb. Dialga's amazing. I love Dialga. I should be using this Pokemon more often. Here comes a Zacian. Well, if Scarfed Ogre outsped, then Zacian probably outspeeds me. Now, what are my options? I think I should just play the speed control game for when the Tailwind runs out and then just Icy Wind this. And then just max Wormwind to Thundurus if I get a chance to. I don't think I will, but maybe after the Icy Wind I will actually. Depends on whether the Thunder Wave decides to connect here. Come on, baby. Dialga tearing it up. My opponent's down to 2. No Dynamax option left. You just got a Zacian. I do need a double connect here, though. If I miss an Icy Wind, I lose my Dialga for no reason. My opponent's definitely weighing their options. Zacian protects. Okay. So my goal here is to just get some damage. They can't hit a single one. Yikes. Again, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, but it still feels so bad, I'm sure. I mean, it could matter. It's hacks, right? If they get the percent chance that it takes to paralyze me, then that can win. That can give them an opportunity. But that Wormwind's gonna clean them up. This is Dialga being Dialga right now. That's 3 turns of Dynamax. That's 3 Okos with Wormwind, and Dialga's still gonna hang in there. I do believe I have Tailwind up for another turn, and I just have to Icy Wind this, and then Earth Power that, and that should be game. Can the Zacian come back? Battle was canceled. I mean, my opponent saw the writing on the walls. That made sense. All I had to do was just slow down their Zacian. We still have the Tailwind intact and everything, and then Dialga takes it home. Okie dokie. Interesting team. I'm glad that we got to use multiple facets of it today with the whole Landorus. We got to use Giratina for a little bit, and we also got to use Dialga, so that's really cool. Let me get you guys that rental code. Here's the rental code for the Giratina Hisuian team, I guess. Thank you so much to Koutaro for making this rental code public. Make sure to leave links to his stuff down below in the description if you want to check him out. Also, I mean, hey, this team is pretty fun. I especially love Leer. Leer is absolutely phenomenal, and I think I'm definitely gonna run it on my Thunduruses later down the line. I thought it was honestly a good addition, and I didn't miss not having Hurricane for the most part. There was like a certain time where I did miss it in a couple of my battles, but all in all, I felt like every single one of these moves made sense. I mean, the Protect is mandatory because Fake Out leads are imminent, so all in all, very fun team. The Landorus did amazing today. The Dialga did amazing. Giratina didn't get to see too much action, but I know from my experience of facing Sableye VGC on the channel a couple of days ago that it is pretty strong and can be a serious threat. Bronzong didn't really get to see too much play, but I've never been a fan of Bronzong, so I kind of understand why. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. I'm Kevin, this is Pokésports. Have a great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.